Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Lana.
I'm Andy. Our friend Harry Knowles has asked us to do this thing for our application.
To Butt-Numb-A-Thon. The idea is to act out our favorite scene
From our favorite movie of all time. Piece of cake, right?
So we started thinking, what's our favorite movie?
For some reason, it's always been the science fiction films. The big, bold, epic ones.
The ones that did cool things visually that hadn't been done before.
The ones that taught us something about life, about how the world works, about possible future worlds, good ones and not so good ones. I think our first real favorite movie was Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Amazing visual breakthrough.
And it taught us one essential lesson, that there is no fate, that the future will be what we make it.
We watched that movie over and over and over.
Other very good movies were made, but T2 remained at the top until
The Matrix.
It was a revelation. Bullet time! Kung Fu!
But what ultimately made it our new favorite movie was the story.
The philosophical and political themes. It truly freed our minds in a lot of ways. Thank you, Wachowskis.
And the following decade we spent trying to pull the wool from our own eyes.
To see how deep the rabbit hole really goes.
We took the red pill.
Alright, enough already. The Matrix became a metaphor for an entire generation, for questioning the reality that we're presented with, and for waking up from it.
So for us the top position remained firmly with The Matrix until
James Cameron returned with Avatar.
At that point in our lives, this movie stood for everything we had come to believe about the real world.
That mankind's greed for money is destroying our beautiful planet and ourselves. Because all life is connected.
And that a better way of life is possible in balance with nature.
And of course it was stunning visually.
So Avatar took the #1 spot in our hearts and on our top movies list until
a few years later we heard that the Wachowskis were making a new movie with Tom Tykwer. Cloud Atlas, based on the book by David Mitchell.
So we read the book and we absolutely loved it.
It kind of expands on everything we love so much about our favorite movies. It's beyond epic.
It's a very clear warning about where we are headed.
And ultimately tells us that every day is another chance to turn it all around.
We haven't seen the movie yet.
It hasn't opened in these exotic lands. But we're pretty sure. We know it's gonna be our new favorite movie.
So Harry, here's our take on a few of our favorite scenes
from the trailers of our favorite movie
that we haven't seen yet.
Friday the 15th. We made sail with the morning tide. I've been quarantined to a storeroom away from the other passengers and crew. All I want to do now is return home. Our lives and our choices, each encounter,
Louisa Ray, Spyglass magazine.
Right. Suggests a new potential direction.
That's it. The music from my dream.
I call it the Cloud Atlas Sextet. There are whole movements I wrote, imagining us meeting again and again in different lives, at different ages. What are you doing in here?
I can't explain it, but I knew when I opened that door.
I heard it in a dream. I was in a nightmarish cafe. Glaring bright light, underground and no way out. And the waitresses, they all had the same face.
Welcome to our songs.
I've begun to fear I may never hold my beloved Tilda in my arms again. The problem you create is a political one. Yesterday, my life was headed in one direction. Today, it is headed in another.
You ever think the universe is against you?
What the fuck? Where's our money?
The laws.
The law?
Fear, belief, love. Phenomena that determine the course of our lives. These forces begin long before we are born and continue after we perish. Our lives are not our own. We are bound to others, past and present. And by each crime and every kindness, we birth our future. Is this possible? I just met her, and yet I have fallen in love with Louisa Ray.
Saving me twice right now.
You fall, I'll catch you.
There is a natural order to this world, and those who try to upend it do not fare well. And no matter what you do, it will never amount to anything more than a single drop in a limitless ocean.
Yet what is any ocean but a multitude of drops?
I believe there is another world waiting for us, Sixsmith. A better world. And I'll be waiting for you there.